Denver Kids, originally Denver Boys Inc., was founded on September 6, 1946 in a small office space at Cole Junior High School. World War II took many fathers out of their homes, causing young boys to drop out of school and take jobs to support their families. Denver Boys was created to help boys graduate high school and gain employment by providing resources, academic support, mentorship, and job skills.
The program began with a relationship of Denver Public Schools, knowing they had a need, and the Rotary Club of Denver realizing how they could come together to approach it and do what they could to solve problems that were existing with boys not having a dad in the home. The fact that we were a program of Denver Public Schools made us different from nonprofits. We had access to certain things that we needed to know about the child, and being able to go into the schools as part of DPS made a big difference.
Throughout the 1950s and 60s, Denver's population boomed and more students needed support. Denver Boys hired more advisors, continued job placement programs, and expanded services. By 1964, Denver Boys had provided advising support to 670 boys and placed more than 25,000 in jobs. As many as 188 Denver Rotarians served as mentors to boys in the program, and college funding was granted to 100 Denver boys.
I graduated from high school in 1964, went to the University of Denver. I did get a tuition scholarship, which was the biggest part of that, but I had to pay for my room and board. At that time, my father said that he knew Tom Ewing, who was the head of Denver Boys. Tom said he could give us stipends of $500 apiece, which was pretty significant at that time. So I ended up going to the school for 5 years and graduated in 1969, getting my civil engineering degree. The financial support that I got from Denver Boys was very much needed, and it was very encouraging to have an organization that believed in me and felt that I was worth spending money on was very important to me.
The success of Denver Boys inspired a new initiative to create a program where female students could also benefit from advising, mentoring, and educational opportunities.
It was not until the late 60s, after Denver Boys had been around about 20 years, that they decided girls had issues too that need to be addressed. The boys were out financially helping, the girls were maybe babysitting or doing things, helping the mom at home. It was finally over a 4-year period that Zona Club of Denver, as well as the Junior League of Denver, determined they would like to support us as Rotary was supporting Denver Boys, and the program was launched in 1970. It was a time when women were determining I can be more than a nurse or a teacher or a social worker.
Referrals started pouring in. By the 1980s, Denver Girls supported more than 300 students. The program helped lower the teen pregnancy rate among participants and change the narrative of what young women could aspire to be.
We had another program where we worked with teen moms that started back in the 80s. We were able to designate a counselor to do nothing but work with our teen moms program. Even Denver Public School later years found out the model we had was needed in the individual schools. Eventually, we were able to phase out the program because the schools had it.
As political and cultural landscapes shifted each decade, long-term trusted relationships were essential for identifying and addressing unique and ever-changing student needs. Students received wraparound support from advisors in schools and volunteer mentors in the community.
I joined the Denver Kids organization back in the 80s. It was the Denver Boys and Denver Girls from the time of the late 80s and early 90s. Here in Denver itself, we saw the wave of gang violence. I grew up in a community where you were expected to turn out as the guy that's not going to do so good, where you're taught that you're only going to go so far. So after joining Denver Kids, it was definitely different because you have the structure, you have the support. They showed me by example, by putting different role models in my life that have been to college, that have high-end jobs, which led to me doing the same. To this day, they gave me the ability to want something better for myself. Within that first year of joining the Denver Kids, I have met my mentor, Phil Lopez, a very, very smart person, very compassionate. The more insightful stuff is that his background was not much different from mine, that there were struggles, there were obstacles, but facing that diversity in our conversation, I knew that there was hope. And we liked rock and roll back then, so it was easy to make that connection, to develop a friendship based on just common interests and similar backgrounds. It was great to have somebody that you were able to lean on, get advice from, just basic encouragement.
The power of focused one-on-one support was undeniable. In 1993, Denver Boys and Denver Girls merged, becoming Denver Kids. The increased resources and efficiencies meant more dollars were funneled directly into serving close to 700 students annually.
The staff soon realized that working together, just being better together, as we say today, was what it was all about, and that we could do much more for the student. It was really all about them. I can't even remember how we came up with Denver Kids. We know we wanted Denver in it. I think it was even a student who said, well, we're Denver Kids. Like, okay, that's our new name.
So when I'm in Denver Kids back in the early 90s, Denver Kids to me was a support for my family, for our childhood to not just be indoors in my house all the time. Had it not been for Denver Kids, we really would not have been exposed to any of the things that we learned. It was Denver Kids helping us just be kids. My life would have been very different had I not been in Denver Kids. Benita, my advisor, she helped me advocate for myself and have others respect me. At first, I was kind of shy when she would visit me at school, but after a couple of times, I was happy to see her. And the little chats we have in the hallways they would uplift me and they would empower me. The Columbine shooting occurred when I was in high school, and I remember my mom being very afraid. But I know Benita told her, it's going to be okay, and, whatever happens, there's going to be communication with the schools. And if Benita said it was okay, then it was okay. I was the first in my family to go to college. Getting in was hard because I didn't know how, right? And I didn't know a lot of things, but I knew that sounded good and I should try. My volunteer mentor, Katie Kurtz, she was a big part of why I was able to get a scholarship and getting into college and getting through college. Going to college really taught me a lot about myself.
In 2005, the Denver Children's Foundation joined Denver Public Schools and the Rotary Club of Denver as a sponsoring organization, fortifying the community network, providing impactful opportunities and memorable experiences for students. After joining Denver Kids in 2005, my advisor, Debbie, ensured that I had access to pretty much any and every opportunity and resource that was available to me. Because of a partnership between Denver Kids and the Burt Foundation, during my sophomore year of high school, I had the opportunity to become an intern with the foundation. That opportunity really changed my life because it instilled a love for philanthropy. So I am still involved with the Burt Foundation as the executive director. Denver Kids gave me the resources, the skills, and the support network to be able to really aim for the stars and to know that I could do what I wanted. My mentor, Krista, is married to Billy, and Billy was my brother's mentor. So my brother and I had a lot of opportunities to spend time with their family, and they spent time with our family. And so it really just became like a large village and community of support. If I could say one thing to my advisor, Debbie, and my mentor, Krista, it would be thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for connecting me to people and places. And thank you for changing my life. Serving more students than ever before, the 2000s brought new opportunities and challenges. In 2019, Denver Kids merged with fellow youth-serving organization, Denver Urban Scholars. The resilience created from this strategic union proved crucial as 2020 and the coronavirus pandemic brought new challenges for students and schools. For 80 years, Denver Kids has responded to the times, pivoting to best serve students' needs and dreams. Looking forward, Denver Kids is stronger than ever. When academic achievement is paired with social and emotional growth, students are equipped to overcome life's challenges, achieve their dreams, and give back to their communities.
The needs of the kids back in the 80s were not a lot different from when Denver Boys started in the 40s or that they are there today. Children need a stable situation. They need a trusted adult in their lives who they feel that will be there for them, that they can share whatever is going on with them. They need to know that I am worthy, I am somebody.